The graph is just a breath on glass.
Hello and good morning, everybody. JJ here.
My fingers ghost the wooden keys, moving with a practiced ease. I hear the hum of cool.
We're looking at MES or Micro S&P 500. Looking at the 4-hour chart, the price has came right there. In this trend line, 4-hour trend line. As soon as the market, before the market open, we have one outside candle. That's where I entered the trade. Close partially. Stop is to break even. We have equal highs in here. Let's see if it can target that. We have a low.
Inside the path I choose. The world outside is loud and wide, but here the ocean is high tide.
A trade in the morning on ES as well. We went long. We closed partially. The last trade closed at break even. Hello, Anik. Good day. Just give me a moment. I will return to my desk in a few minutes, in 30 seconds or so. Just have to bring my phone. Forgot my phone. Back to my desk. I will explain this trade as well. We'll explain this trade that I took as well, but let's wait for that trade to see some answers, see where that goes. The first trade I took during London session was based on VWAP, hourly VWAP. That's it. I guess it was this VWAP. Yes, it was this VWAP where I went to touch the VWAP. We have, that's a bull and bear trap strategy. After it touched the VWAP, and that's after 3 a.m. London time, close above it. And what's this? On the way back, I enter right 10 contracts at the mean threshold, and this is another 10 contracts over here, just not to, if the price would go without me. close it partially all the way up. That's it. All right, let's look at this one. Let's see how this is going to play out for us.
The red and green are whispers now, whispers now. Cold glass against my quiet brow, quiet brow.
Okay. Look at the gamma exposure, because I also check gamma exposure. Let's reset that.
I am the anchor in the gray.
Yep. I want to be bearish, but let's see if the price goes into discount. Let's go to regular trading hours. There you go. That's the entire gap. Let's have that measured. The market opened here. Last day closed here. So this is the new daily opening gap.
I hold the breath I'll never take.
25% of that gap is done. Let's go back to electronic trading hours. I would like to close one more contract here. Let's look at NQ. I did not check NQ. Now, there was no bear trap. There was no bear trap. The market is jagged in here. There are no bear traps. That's why this area could be targeted again. If I look at the bigger time frame, like 4-hour chart or 1-hour chart on NQ, I drag this slightly back. It's trading. This is a major feed, which means we have equal lows in here. Make it fragile, so it has been touched 1, 2, and here's the third time. Now it has returned to this tiny hourly fair value gap. This fair value gap is important because it's inside the lower half. That's the bear trap in the hourly chart. When it closes above it, that makes this, when it closed above half on this candle, makes this a bear trap. Now it came all the way into that fair value. So over here, I have to start looking for short. That's the first time the price has returned to this area. I might be able to use this portion either to go long after 10 a.m. or either look for short position. So that's a bear trap. That's our chart. And this feed is kind of fragile. Let's see if you can find a short position. So on NQ, we know where we are. There are no bear traps in here because the price is jagged. But ES had no, not 5 minutes. If you want to look 5 minutes, then your execution also should be at 5 minutes. I like to check the 1 minute chart, and I like to see multiple bearish candles for that matter. So to find bull and bear trap, I like to check 1 minute time frame. I draw these lines and let's see if we have, this is a bull trap. Let's see where I entered a trade. So this is a bear trap. You see that we have a chain of bearish candles, only one bullish candle, took out the liquidity. That's after, look at the time, it's 3:43. That's London. So over here, the time is 3:12. That's London. Here, that's how you should do it. So over here, the price closed above half of it, right? Below half, there's liquidity. So below half, now we have to find fair value gaps. We have one in here. The pending order goes right in the middle. That trade got stopped. So, for example, on July 23rd, which is today, one stop. Second attempt, again, a chain of bearish candles. It closed above it. And below that, we have only one bullish candle. If this is if this was a bear trap, because it's bullish, if this was a bear trap, the price should not close half. So below that half or this bullish candle is where we enter trade. This trade was successful, which would take our profit. It's a rinse and repeat. After a liquidity run, it's rinse and repeat. But I did not participate in this long order. Let me check why I didn't. Yep, there was no liquidity sweep. Yep, it did not sweep any liquidity. That's why I did not participate in the first low. But on ES, when I saw the structure is much better in the 1 minute time frame today, you see that? So over here, I have a chain of bearish candles. Complete close above it. One order, just not to lose the run. The second order at half or half of this bullish candle, where I entered at half, right at half. And I closed all those trades. I did not learn it. It was told by my mentor a decade ago in Moscow. That has been their trading strategy. It was back in 2015, 2014. I joined them in 2013, but they eventually revealed their strategy and walked me through it in 2015, 2016, where they talked about bull and bear trap back. And then last year or 2 years ago, last year when ICT start talking about order blocks and measuring them, I implemented, because we were measuring these gaps, but with typical Fibonacci level. So the Fibonacci level, it was different. The Fibonacci level, it was the default 78%, half, and 36.8%, I guess. So the default mode, the only thing I changed was making it like ICT, 25%, 50%, 75%. And I also learned from ICT videos to use fair value gap, but not just any fair value gap. I start using fair value gaps based on bull and bear trap, or those baits. So once I have my trap, so if I find my trap, which is here, for example, this is a bull trap, Actually, this is a bull trap. This is a bear trap. If this is a bear trap and the price closed below half of it, first it should close with a chain of bearish candles or with force. Let's say we skip that part. Now if I want to find an entry at the upper portion, which is premium, I try to find one fair value gap and leave my pending order over there or inside that fair value gap. But as you can see, when you see the sell-off is with tiny candles, that's not aggression. Aggression came to the market in here. So for example, if this trade was getting stopped, I would be focusing on these chain of bullish candles, and the entry would have been somewhere in half, which it did not get a fill, and inside. So that's where the pending orders usually live. If you have enough margin, we can chase with one contract and leave the important ones at place in the premium or in the discount. All right. There you go. Now we are having a dip in the S&P 500. All right, Delta in S&P 500 made a new low. Let's look at order book. Delta made a new low. Let's see if the price catches up. If the price doesn't catch up, stop halting. I would probably, maybe I add to my buy position or enter a new buy position. For instance, to go short in here, I only have 2 bullish candles and I don't have any liquidity run. That's why I cannot rely on these 2 bullish candles and consider them as a bear trap. I'm sorry, a bull trap. So there it is. It did not run any liquidity. Here it did not run into any liquidity. But if I measure the entire leg, now over here, we see it closed below it and there's a gap. So if the market wants to stay bullish, it should not close below 7,458. If it does, then the market can also make a new low. You're welcome, Anik. Just rinse and repeat. This is the best entry system, the bull and bear trap, and how to find a good fair value gap. It's a rinse and repeat. And anybody who does that, because we have status, I don't do anything magic here. I only use volume profile to have more improvement. So on volume profile, if you guys have, sorry for my hair, I just had a shower, so my apologies. All right, let's look at, for example, this is the volume profile, right? Let's go to 5 minutes. You see these lines? These are the point of control of each day. July 17, July 20, July 21. I don't remove them. And dynamic level is, I don't remove the point of controls because look how the price is reacting. So if I see that bull trap and bear trap and all those things I just explained happening around these point of controls, then that's an A+ setup. So this is the best approval for our strategy. For instance, today, if I see a rise in the S&P 500 price and goes to July 17, POC, which now acts as resistance, and it kind of comes short to half of this bull trap, 3 bullish candles, they are trapped, they are underwater. If it goes all the way to the half. And then I see a reversal based on the strategy I explained. I would like to go short. And that's an A plus setup. It's a rinse and repeat. And anybody who does that, rinse and repeats, they can literally make a few $1,000 a month, even with a small account. Even with a small account. So let's look at NQ. So over here, you see we have Delta. Delta is red. Delta made a new low. Price didn't make a new low, so we can go long. I would like to add to my ES position if it returns to half of this one. If it returns to half of that fair value gap, I would like to add to my position. I want to leave the stop here. I'd like to leave that stop over there. Now there you go. We have a chain of bearish candles. If the uptrend is planning to continue, it should not firmly close above it. And if it does close above it, we have a fair value gap, right? It should not close above the fair value gap. Now let's see, are we going to have a tail or a wick? So let's change this color to red and remove this one. Okay, let's remove. Let's change. Okay, I see a wick. I want to move it slightly lower. Let's see. Give me a moment. I have to check the order flow. We are below the point of control of the day. Let me check Delta. Delta bulls have stepped in. Let's add one. Okay, let's remove that one. And let's move this stop to break even. Okay, let's move this stop to break even. In the Delta, if I show you Delta, I can see aggressive buyers have stepped in after this sell-off. Now it's time for passive buyers to start absorbing that position and don't let the price to go lower than that half. Let's move this stop slightly lower. Okay. Big sell-off candle. And do not, I suggest, always wait after 10 a.m. for the next trade. So that trade is closed on break even. The market is a bit volatile. So it's a hard condition. It's a hard trading market condition. It's a hard trading market condition. The long position was also based on this trend line. You guys can see that. That's 4-hour time frame trend line. This low is very fragile. Let's look at the 4-hour. You see that low is fragile because it is below these equal lows. That means the liquidity is very thin in here. So we don't know how much it would want to go down, but whatever it is, we have one bear trap, and that bear trap is right here. So this is a bear trap. If I extend it to the right, you see this tail has respected half of it almost. So I would like to measure it. Any of these levels, it can provide long position. So here's what I'm going to do. It can go to any of these levels. Let's have this on all time frames. All right, let's go to 1 minute. Okay, back to this fair value gap. Let me check the. I see sellers are absorbed completely in this candle. Let's see if I can add one white position. Move the stop here. Actually, I want to move the stop very tight to the low of this candle. Yeah, that's good. Keeping the stop very tight. At NASDAQ. The delta on NASDAQ also made a new low. I guess 1 to 2 is a good deal. Let's see if we get it or not. Another tail. You see, that's no good. This tail is no good. It returned into this fair value gap, and now it might go lower. Passive sellers. 86 contracts came at the lows. Let's see how this candle closes. Yes. Yeah, I'm closing that trade because of this tail. What I want to do is to measure this tail. If it closes above half of this wick, I might enter another long contract. It's very hard to trust the current low. See about that. I have to wait. See if I can find an entry. All right, that's good. Let's add one by position here, one by position there, and keep the stop here. All right. Okay. Should be activated by now.
The screen is dark, the signal's cold. Stories of the day have all.
I want to see this candle close above it.
I close the book, I lock the gate, leaving behind
30 seconds. If it doesn't close above it, I will remove this pending order.
the market breeze. I find my own, a silent
But that is a close.
is quiet.
Now I can add one in here.
Out of the frantic hum, waiting for the evening call to come. The dust is settling on the charts, a quiet rhythm for the restless hearts. The numbers fall, the lines retreat. I'm walking home on a steady beat. No more watching, no more game, washing the day.
That's a second wick into that fair value gap. Let's see if it can make it
Finding the truth
weak.
in the postmarket text.
But the second order is now active. Yep, going right straight down. Okay, that was a stop. This gap held. Okay, let's remove that. Now I think the market is gonna play choppiness in here for a while. So we have to wait.
The last tab closes in the soft blue glow. Friction fades as the currents go, archiving the ghost of a data stream, folding the logic of a daytime scheme. It's not the win, it's not the cause, it's not the cause, just the telling of the loss, just the loss, pulling back the velvet from the view.
I will keep this one on the chart because it's 10 a.m. first presented fair value gap.
The cursor blinks a slow retreat, moving to a different beat. No more echoes of the climb, stepping out of borrowed time.
I can try a tiny short just to remove those execution marks. It's gonna chop here. It's gonna chop here and run multiple liquidities. Now I want to check the other one. Now I want to check this tool that I have. So the gamma exposure, I reset it every 30 minutes. So the gamma exposure, I guess have it as an indicator in here. So the gamma exposure, what does it tell me? Liquidity is here. One in here, and the others are over there. So as you guys can see, all these wicks are going into these liquidities. That's why chopping, all these liquidities are so close to one to another, making this choppy move. Let's try one more short because I am positive we might have a short squeeze. And once that happens, let's see. Because the gamma exposure is promising a big short squeeze, 65%. For the gamma exposure, let me show you that tool. Let's show you that tool. There you go. So you can go to Insider Finance, and over here you can find the spot price. For the gamma exposure, you have the chart in here. And if you can't understand this, you can also look at the gamma squeeze screener, which is 65% likelihood of a short squeeze. And but it's not always correct. Over here you can find the critical levels. For example, 740, that's $7,400 is the next level for sell orders, which we are currently here. $7,400. We're currently this level. That's a spot price. Gotta use multiple tools in order to have a more precise and build more edge in my trading. As for the order flow, maybe after, let's remove that big trades. Maybe after one liquid sweep, maybe here or here, I want to go long because Delta made a new low. You see that Delta made a new low, but the price did not make a new low. That shows absorption in the market. So let's see this trade. If it's going to take a new low or what. If we close above it, I will close that trade as well with a minor loss. But S&P, Nasdaq shows bearish absorption, so does S&P 500. But let's see this manipulation, how long this would continue. 17 seconds to the end of this candle. Okay, I'm moving this stop even lower. I closed that position. Never mind that. All right. Let's do a long as for the main trade for the day. Okay. So that's the main trade after 10 a.m. Okay. Current interval only. The order flow, let's go to order flow. There you go. I'm talking about this sell-off. So we have a sell-off in here. We don't have a break of structure in the price action, but I want to go long, put the stop there. And just wait for it. I mean, just wait for it to see what's it gonna do. So let's see. Up by $1,000. If this trade closes, how much money I'm gonna lose if this trade closes? 135 in the morning. How much up I am in the morning? Let's see. $1,200 in the morning session, New York. Okay, yeah, I can make that risk. That's okay, I can make that risk. Never mind. All right, now look at all these buyers that now they are being absorbed up on S&P 500. But let's see how this trade plays. Just stick to it. I am only risking 10% of the profit I made today for the accounts. Otherwise, I would never take this trade. This is like a C minus trading setup. This is a very bad trade. C minus. I don't have any confirmations. Just I left one order in case on 10 a.m. we get a spike up. That's all. That's about it. Otherwise, there is no logic behind this trade. I guess half of this tail is being traded. Yeah. Slightly lower. That's it. The only thing I have is a tiny absorption. Now look at that. Now look at this. Delta is increasing, but the price is not making a new high. This is very bad for that trade. I mean, it's horrible. This is a very bad trade. Let's look at NQ. The volume on NQ is slightly better. I mean, for the bull and bear trap in a smaller scale, we can try it like this. So for a smaller scale, we can tell yes, the price took the liquidity below here, right? Took the liquidity below here. And two bearish candles, if they are going to be trapped, the price should firmly close above it, but we don't have a firm close. We have 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wicks. That means we have passive sellers in this portion. So that's not a breakout structure yet. If this candle was closed firm, but we have a firm close in here. So there's still a silver lining. The most important fair value gap is this one, because only this one is being respected. A good close above it can initiate the uptrend if there's going to be an uptrend. And the worst part is this liquidity is also getting thin. That's a bullish fair value gap in the discount. I pour myself a small beer. Now it's completely closing. On ES, buyers are being absorbed. So we have positive delta, but the price is failing to make a new high. We do have aggressive buyers. So a bullish leg could be in the horizon PM session, or maybe later after the manipulation is over. I closed that order. It completely was about to close below it. I can re-enter that buy position and keep the loss very small. Let's look at M&Q. I have re-entered. Adding one in here. Okay. All right.
The red and green are whispers now, whispers now. Cold glass against my quiet brow, quiet brow.
Time is 10:31. Usually after 10 we are having one leg, or at 9:30 we are having one leg, but since the beginning of the session, New York session, the market just have been moving sideways.
I am the silence in the wire. Watching the smoke above the fire. The bell can ring.
That's why I hate fair value gaps.
I hold the breath I'll never take. I'll never take. I see the map but lose the trace. I drift inside this neutral space.
Do we have a divergence?
I am the side, I am the still
Yeah, kind of.
light, I am the flow, the flow.
All right, another push to those lows. Okay, this is it. This will be it. Now it's very far from my entry. And now it is below the value area low.
The graph is just a breath on glass. I watch the ghost of
Yep, took that stop.
numbers pass. My fingers ghost the wooden keys, moving with a practiced ease. I hear the hum of cooling fans, the blueprint held within my hands. No highs, no lows, just silver light, reading the rhythm in the sighs. I am the pivot, I am the rest, a heart beating slow beneath the chest, beneath the chest. I am the silence in the wire, watching the smoke above the fire.
Stop there.
No rush to claim, no fear to lose, no fear to lose. I step inside the path I choose. The world outside is loud and wide.
We have a big gamma in here. There, just wants to manipulate before it goes high. Just wanted to stupidly manipulate and then go higher.
The red and green are whispers now, whispers now. Cold glass against my
Let's see if these 1, 2, 3, 4 bearish candles, they work as a trap. So far so good. There's a gap in here close above that bullish channel. Maybe I can add one in here. It gives me, all right, moving the stop below the initiation, one tick below the initiation of the bull run. Let's see that. Let's get out one in here. It's above the point of control. Let's take a look at our order flow. Nasdaq is above the daily point of control. ES is above the daily point of control. Let's see if these levels can hold. On this red candle, it touched the POC and then went higher. Look at the delta. They are very aggressive, but yet the price did not make a new high. That means we have passive sellers in the market, but that passive sellers are not available in those passive sellers are not in NQ. So there's divergence between NQ. So NQ has a more beautiful price action. Oh, it's falling again. It dropped below. Yeah. So let's say half of that bear trap holds or not. I can add 1 to ES in this position. We have equal highs. Let's see how this trade plays. This is ridiculous. Let's put it a few ticks below. This is ridiculous. NQ is also dropping. Let's look at order flow. Yeah, NQ is also dropping. Yeah, it's about to take the stop. Yeah, choppy market. Sold 1,000 in here.
The red and green are whispers now. Whispers now. Cold glass against my quiet brow. Quiet brow. The waves arrive, then pull away. I am the anchor in the gray. I am the silence in the wire. Watching the smoke above the fire.
Now we have a sweep on ES. Waiting for a bullish leg to happen on euro.
The screen is dark, the signal's cold. Stories of the day have all been told. I close the book, I lock the gate, leaving behind the shift and wait. The market breathes, I find my own, a silence in this quiet zone. I'm stepping out of the frantic hum, waiting for the evening calm to come.
Let's see if that bullish leg would appear on euro. So looking at the order flow, we see a ton of buy orders came in. So we have aggressive buyers. Point of control of the day shifted into the discount. And now we are targeting 1402. I also have my eyes on NQ. If I see anything on NQ, I will also check Bitcoin. I'm gonna check because I can't find any good setup on Nasdaq or S&P 500. I rather to check BTC USDT, Binance. Bitcoin is also bearish. waiting for a bullish leg on Bitcoin as well. So NQ came right to the 50% of this tail in the 4-hour chart. That's 1-hour chart. We have a tail. That tail is liquidity. It came 50%. Let's see if we get a bounce. Let's focus on this part. Our euro trade.
Closes in the soft blue glow. Friction fades as the currents go, archiving the ghost of a data stream, folding the logic of a daytime scheme. It's not the win, it's not the cause, it's not the cause, just the telling of the loss, just the loss, pulling back the velvet from the view, finding what is steady, what is true. The cursor blinks, a slow retreat, moving to a different beat. No more echoes of
Let's see if that point of control can hold. It's right here at 13 or 60. If it doesn't hold, then we are looking at a new low on euro. And there's not much we can do about it. It's right at the POC. If buyers are determined to push the price higher, now it's the time. At least they can attack these equal highs and touch the volume average index, VID by A. So POC has changed here. So on NQ, the POC from this pivot high this pivot low has changed here. Let's see if we get a bounce. If we get a bounce, I might enter a small contract over there. NQ is closing above that POC. Where is that trade? So let's move the stop there. Let's see if we get a bounce. First target is half of this bearish candle. First, let's make that trade free. You guys can see that over here. 485 contracts. We have a big sell order coming here, 374. It's shown in the delta. But look, the price has a tail. And that means it entered one liquidity. Let's see if it has the guts to take that and close above half of it. If it does, then that would be somewhat nice. Now look at these candles. Passive sellers are still in the game. Let's look at my euro trade. still lingering that area. All right, that trade is free. Let's see where can I leave that profit level. We have this high. This high has liquidity above it. Look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. All right. Over here, I can't have Bitcoin's heat map. So if I go to the heat map and add, let's just say USDT for the Binance. Heat map system invalid operation exception. I don't know, why do I get these errors? Now it doesn't work. It says gives me error. Let's see if it gives the futures. Okay, the future is working. So there you go. You see that we have a ton of pending orders. I want to see all these orders to be filled here. And maybe I can go long on Bitcoin as well. So for Bitcoin, I don't know where we are in the chart. Let me see my BTC USDT on Bybit. I have the Bybit account. Examine that market. They can, all these orange areas, there are liquidity. Most of them, they can be fake. All of them literally are fake. So I'm not going to rely on them unless I see when it taps, it remains here when it taps into it. Otherwise, no thank you. So when you see these heat maps and you work with heat map, do not rely on these numbers you see on the left side or right side. They all can be fake. So do not do that. Do not trust those things. So let's go to that NASDAQ trade. Okay, so it has tapped above this level. 104.5 contracts step in, close above it. All right, now that trade is closed in profit, what I want to do is look at my 1 hour time frame. So in the 1 hour time frame, the price has stepped into this tail, 50%, 75%, and now we are having that bounce. So that's why I'm interested in going long. For that matter, I want to see bull and bear trap. Now there we go, but the price is very extended to the lows. I have a chain of bearish candles. We don't have a liquidity sweep. That's the problem. And this is after 11. I can enter one contract on MES. Let's look at MES. No, MNQ. Or now here I can add one. I don't like it because it's not a good time to do that. But the only thing that I have in here is the point of control. that shifted here. That's the only thing that I have and I can rely on it. Let me manage. Where is that trade? Okay. Now I want to move this stop below the current low. There we go. Look at that. Stop that. Stopped on that trade. All right. Where is the low of that 1 hour candle? That's the low. Again, 531 contracts. Let's look at what did 6E do, what did ES do. 606. What did Bitcoin do? All right. Bitcoin had an outside candle. Now, where did it go? Where did, it tapped. Okay. So all right, that's what I'm saying. So over here, the price of Bitcoin, you see that we have an outside candle. It came right here. What did it do? I mean, barely. The price came here, and this heat map or these limit orders, they stood tall. So they didn't remove it, and still here. You see that? Still here. So based on that, I entered one long contract, one Bitcoin, only one Bitcoin. I will close half of it. And we have targets at the highs, so it's at the half. It's right at the half. That's no good. It's right at the half. I don't like the entry. The entry is not so good. Okay. So let's see. Now again, buyers, they have are pulling their orders in here. Let's see if it can hold, or sellers would push. Is it the price here or here? Let me refresh this. Okay, let's see if these thick limit orders of buy orders where they put here can hold or not. It didn't hold. They sold below it with several big sell orders. They managed to push the price lower. All right. Let's look at 6E stuck there. NES is stuck there. NQ is also stuck right there. So currently I have two open positions, one long order on Bitcoin and one long order on Euro futures, because the point of control has changed here. It's based on the point of control. Price is overextended. I don't expect the price to go much higher, maybe take one high. We have equal highs in here, maybe only taking that would be nice. Here I can change the settings to 3D mode. 3D mode, it can show where the big orders limit, or you see that they are removing it. You see, they have removed all of it. That's why doing it with the heat map is not a big pleasure, because everything you see in here is fake and can be fake. Some of them are real, some of them are super fake. It's very hard to rely on a heat map. It never worked for me. That's why I do price action, and I rather to have big trades than heat map. So I prefer big trades. So over here we have sellers that they are trapped. If this is a bear trap, sellers began from here all over here. At the lows, we can see the price and cumulative volume delta, both of them made a new low. So there is no passive buyers, but the price did invert this high, close above it with force, an outside bearish candle. I don't need that. I don't need dumb level heat map. Okay. All right. NQ is dropping further. Euro future trade. Let's go to trade C. That one. Now this is a good example for order flow. Now we have a thick layer of pending orders right here. Let's remove. Let's go back to normal mode. There it is. It also appears in the on the chart. So now this can be relied if this thickness can be relied, because it's near the price and they are not removing it unless sellers push below it, which they are pushing. Look at the price is exactly inside this wall of pending orders. I think I have my Bybit account. I can log into my Bybit account. Yeah. That's why they sold 136 contracts. They sold aggressively to push below that, and they succeeded. So it changes like instantly. It changes quickly. Every condition, if you want to trade using heat map, everything changed. Now it's back to the next liquidity. Let's see about that. They've left again a ton of big trades in here. The bottom of the line is based on price action. It should not fall below this point. So that's good. The price bounced from there, making a new high. I was talking about the bottom of the line. So the bottom of the line is here, this gap. This is as low as the market is allowed to go. And zoom this down and see where is the next liquidity. This is much better. So liquidity here. You see that these buy orders, these big buy orders that they are here, they are liquidity. So it's easier for the market to go down and take these liquidities rather than go up and higher. I'd like to also check the Binance. Yeah, this is correct. So sellers are being absorbed. That's fine. So over here, you see the sellers are being absorbed because Delta made a new low. Price did not make a new low. That's good news for our trade. Let's look at Euro. Euro is about to approaching our stop loss. Let's see if NQ can close above the point of control, which is these two bullish candles, and then maybe we can have a long trade. Let's look at ES. Is there any absorption? Okay, let's go to Bitcoin 6E. Let me look at my 6E. My stop is below this bullish candle. All right. I added one more to my long position on Bitcoin. Stop is here, $296. I also have a long order on NQ. Let's see if it can at least take one high. Give me 1-to-1 at least. One to one is here. Let's see if it gives me. What's the time? 11:45. Time is not in our favor. If it was 10 a.m., 10:30, or even 11 a.m., 11:10 a.m., that would be even better. Not now. I see Bitcoin is about to make a new high. I can exit half in here.
The red and green are whispers now. Whispers now. Cold glass against my quiet brow.
Let's look at NQ. NQ is completely above the point of control. So if this can hold over here, it held in here. So that's some sort of good news. It held here. That's some kind of good news. I guess NQ still a bit far from our profit. It's the spread. Okay, half is out. I took only half of it. Half of Bitcoin out over there. I want to check where is the liquidity update. All right, so we had liquidity here. The next big ones. Look at all these sell orders. That's very hard for Bitcoin to go higher, if you guys asking me. So I close another half on Bitcoin. It can rip lower, and as for the stop, I'm bringing it very tight, keeping that one small because it can revert from here. I don't want to risk it. There's a ton of sell orders. Yeah, NQ also came short to our position. So right now, our only hope for NQ to hold is this POC, and that POC is a leg from this pivot high to current price. If it can hold, it might take our profit. I really don't know which chart to watch. All right. The next big sell order, 65.025. 65.025. There are a ton of stop losses right there. Yeah, it's dipping. Okay, I see the euro future trade. Okay, the euro future trade is a better condition. Double top, just tapped into it. Let's see the 3,500 contracts over there. What's with hesitation? I mean, I don't get it. It came very short to our stall. Tightening the belt. Ooh. By a bit. That's it. MNQ back to that POC. Big buy orders came over there. So over here, back to the same point of control from that leg. We have a tail, big buy order, and sellers have stepped in. 68 contracts only. So there you go. Delta was negative at first, and then the candle closed higher. Now it's about to close below that POC. BTC is also dropping. Our chart. Two minutes short. Let's look at NASDAQ. The POC number has increased to 730 contracts. AO shows divergence. Bitcoin trade is about to hit. Let's see if it gets that 60. Oh my God, look at the order flow. There's a ton of orders here. See that? Let's see if it bounced from there or they're gonna push it higher. Look at, they did push it higher with buy orders. You see that? That's a good sign. Okay, let's see if it would take the next one at 65,000. That's a round number. I shouldn't have let it to the round number. That was a round number. I knew I have to move it slightly lower than 65,000. Yeah, that's for the Bitcoin trade. Unfortunately, it tapped into. So what happened here? For now, yes, we have buyers. There was a liquidity in here, right there. They tapped into it, but $65,000, there was a ton of people, perhaps they want to sell. Those sell orders are active now. So I moved the stop to a safe place. Either it would take these equal highs or take my stop. I took 1-to-1, slightly more on this trade. I had 2 Bitcoins on. I don't like that trade. The market is very slow. There's no choice. There's no option. So six is lingering in that area.
from the clock, counting the inventory of the shock. One last look at the candles in the dark before I let the quiet make its mark. Now the room is finally still, testing the logic against the will. I'm reading the ledger cold and clear, moving the fear from the balance sheet of the year. Let the signal cool, let the numbers rest, finding the truth in the post-market test, in the post-market test. The logic is sharp when the noise is gone, a mental inventory for the dawn. I'm not the battle I fought today, I'm just the witness watching it play. I'm just the witness watching it play, folding the charts like a map on the floor, not looking for exits.
Please go ahead and take it.
Now the room is
Close that one contract manually,
testing the logic against the will. I'm reading the ledger,
moving the stop below the tail of this candle.
moving the fear from the balance sheet of the
Super slow, super slow.
signal cool, let the numbers rest,
I have two contracts, micro contracts on ES.
in the post-market test.
For that also, let's close half of it there, move the stop slightly higher.
The chart is just a ghost now, cooling the glass until the light comes back. Cooling the glass.
That Bitcoin is still open, only half of a contract. Okay. Let's look at the bigger picture on MNQ. Yeah, I see buyers are being absorbed there. Closed it. With depths again, I can try to go long. I still have a trade on ES. All right, for the trade on ES, we have triple highs. The price action is much more beautiful here, but let's see if it had a liquid sweep or not, because that bull and bear trap strategy comes after liquid sweep. No, it didn't have a sweep of liquidity yet. But let's see if it can take these equal highs at least.
The residuals flicker.
Okay, that partial is taken.
A ghost of the chaos on the mental edge. The static is dying.
That's the 10 a.m. range.
Wires unspool, moving from the heat back into the cool. I'm finding the alignment in the slow drift.
It's one gap. Oh, 25% is enough. Where is the point of control of the day? It's right there, yes. See that? 28,000. There you go. 28,748. If I go up there, that's a chain of bearish candles before. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Nasdaq. ES is here. The ES's point of control is here at 7,457. 7,457. So over here, I have a chain of bearish candles before 10 a.m. Half is come at 74.56. 74.56 is, yeah, 25% around here. So I want to close it at 74.57. 74.57, slightly higher to manage the spread. Okay, it gets there. I really like to move this stop to break even, but I'm pretty sure it might get there. But the value area low of the day must hold, so I can move this stop higher. So the value area low, let's change the color to something else. Let's say orange. And today's POC for now, let's make it purple. Look at the buy on Delta. That is stupidly, they're being absorbed. All these buyers are being absorbed. So I'm not gonna hold that stupid trade. I closed it. I closed the ES trade. I have Bitcoin open. All those buy orders. Look at that. Look at those. Buy. All these buy orders. The price did not make it. It only. Look at the bigger picture. The volume took all these highs. Every high. It took every high. But did the price do that? Definitely not. The price did not take shit. So I'm closing that trade. It's too risky. It can go higher. It can go all the way to the point of control, but it's too risky to hold it. And when I see something like this in the Delta, that all these buy orders, we have the effort, but it doesn't go shit, I'm not going to keep it. Anyhow, I do have long orders, so if NQ goes higher, Bitcoin should go higher, and so does the euro, but Bitcoin is dipping. It's at on my break even now. Where is the Bitcoin POC for the day? Let's look at current day. Look where it is. It's all the way to the up. It's not even here. So Bitcoin's point of control is all the way up here. The value area low is here. It's even below value area low. So as for the Bitcoin trade, let's see how this candle closes. Is it going to close with a tail or it's going to do something more stupid? The stop is here. I also have a long position on euro. Euro 60. This one is also lingering. NQ is going higher, but as I said, looking at judging by the point of control, I cannot hold that onto that position. I was in profit, I took it. So let's look at 6E. What the hell is 6E doing? Very slow. 6E very slow. Closing 16E. It's very slow. Looking at judging by the volume price index, average price index, the resistance comes at 1409 right here, 1409 for now. So I am reducing my hopes and expectations for the price to get here. Bitcoin, did it take my stop? Bitcoin perpetual OKEX, not OKEX by bit. All right. Closing the Bitcoin trade. We made some profit, tiny profits on them. No need to hold it any longer. Closed one. Contracts of euro over there. So as for MNQ, if I see the price return to this range, I would like to go long in this range because the stop should be down below here. Other than that, no thank you. So if and I can use the VWAP, set it here to the lows. All right, gives me here same area. Happy old Europe. I'm gonna grab a cigarette. .es. I change the monitors so I can have a bigger picture. Always slow when my trade is open. When I'm long, always slow. When I close, it gets fast. Typical. I'm sure if I close the remaining contract on euro, it will become very, very fast.
Friction fades as the currents go, archiving the ghost of a data stream, folding the logic of a daytime scheme. It's not the win, it's not the cause, it's not the cause, just the telling of the law.
The average price was here, so we took a stop there.
Pulling back the velvet from the view, finding what is steady, what is true. The cursor blinks, a slow retreat.
That should be the average. One in here, one here. That's the average price. Where did it close?
No more echoes of the climb. Step
It wasn't even a
into
one-to-one.
borrowed time. The ledger as the ink is dry, beneath the velvet of the sky. Letting go, I'm letting go. Letting go, I'm letting
When I close it, you go higher.
I'm letting go.
Asshole.
Letting go, I'm letting go. Letting go, I'm letting go.
If I wasn't losing this position, I would keep it. I closed it to recover from this one.
Letting it all go.
XE is inching higher. Let's look at crude. Crude is $92. Wow. So that's a chain of bullish candles after liquid sweep. Close below half. Makes it breakout structure. Discount is here. I'm gonna leave one sell limit there. The contract size is way too much. So that's the bull and bear trap strategy. Daily chart. Took about this high that day. That's a sweep of liquidity. We go to 2-minute chart for oil, for Nasdaq, MNQ, ES, 1-minute chart for Euro futures. I do 2-minute charts. So half is at least the first trade, and then that one. Regardless, regarding the trades, we have to see the bottoms. We have equal lows here, 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 and of course here it took out one. So I'm going to leave one alert. In half of it. If the price returns, I will check and see if I can get into a trade on euro, on oil. Have a short position.
The graph is just a breath on glass. I watch the ghost of numbers pass. My fingers ghost the wooden keys. Moving with
Alright guys, I guess that's about it for today. I only have this €1 futures trade open. I will check how much up I am today. Let's see. Up by $1,152 so far with the London session. I have to calculate the New York session. I don't think if I'm up. Yes, the first trade. Yeah, the first trade on ES was with 20 contracts. Yep. I'm up by $1,150, but that's 20 contracts there, which were closed. That's the main profit of the day. The last contract closed at break even. We tried to go long here. This was 1, 2, 3 contracts. We got stopped. And here we tried 2 contracts. And then on NQ, MNQ, we got stop. That's 2 contracts, 3 contracts. Of course I closed partially. The last one we got stopped. I went long again here with 2 contracts, and I could only close with 1 to not 1-to-1, 0.9. Wasn't even 1-to-1 RR. So that put us on $1,100. But the Euro futures trade, this one is another. I have to calculate the Bitcoin. I guess it was $150 or so. I have to calculate, and then I will add it to my journal. Oh, thank you guys for watching. I'm a bit tired. It's 12. We are entering the lunchtime. No need to stay any longer. Thank you for watching. I don't know if I would be online tomorrow, but I will try my best. So until the next stream, stay safe, stay observant, and always protect your capital with stop loss. See you guys.